My sister's apartment is a mess, but when we tried to clean it, she was furious.
You're gross.
Necessary background context. A couple of years ago, my family, I, 27 female, helped my sister, 29 female, move out of her apartment while her boyfriend / baby daddy was at work. Bad guy. Her entire apartment was trashed, literally trashed everywhere. Her kitchen was full of every dirty dish possible, pots, pans, silverware. By the way, this comes from a bit lost and found on the r/OKstorytime subreddit. So there was food molded and encrusted to the dishes.
Ooh.
Almost all was thrown away as it was not savable. They had 3 cats that pissed everywhere.
Ew.
They made no attempt to clean it. The smell was unpleasant to say the least. Because of what my sister, we'll call her Sam, told us. We were under the impression that the state of the apartment was all her now ex-boyfriend's fault. Needless to say, we quickly packed her and her daughter up and got them out of there. Fast forward to now. My parents helped her get in a new apartment closer to their home. They helped her get a car. They helped her with getting her daughter to ABA therapy. She has autism 5 days a week. Sam asked me for money on occasion, saying, Sam asks me for money occasionally, asking she is stretched thin this week, but can pay me back when her check comes in. She works from home. There was one occasion where my mom and I went over to clean Sam's new apartment in the past. We let it slide and assumed it was just due to the big changes and depression. I got Sam in touch with a great psychologist who started on her meds for her depression. Now that you know a small piece of the situation, I'll get on to the real problem. The apartment is completely trashed. When our mom dropped Sam's daughter off after ABA, she went in to use the restroom. Once inside, she saw trash everywhere. Picture pizza boxes, takeout bags, empty bottles, dishes, moldy food in the kitchen, mountains of dirty laundry, and more. Of course, our mom had a moment and basically told Sam to clean this crap up. Once my mom told me what she saw at Sam's, I was pissed. Sam's daughter is 3 years old and has autism. She puts literally anything and everything in her mouth.
Oh, no.
This is so bad.
That's so bad.
So many choking hazards.
It just gross environment in general. That's disgusting. Ugh.
All I could imagine was my niece picking up moldy food and putting it in her mouth. Ugh.
No.
This kid is sick all the time. Respiratory issues, diarrhea, fevers. It's typical for toddlers to get sick, but as often as she is, not normal. I know the mold is playing a huge role. Sam doesn't seem to be bothered. I made a plan with my mom to show up unannounced at Sam's apartment to discuss the issue and help her clean up. Had we told Sam we were coming, she would have told us not to. She likely would have taken her daughter, locked the doors, and left so she wouldn't have to make up an excuse as to why she won't let us in. So we showed up, she opened the door, and was completely caught off guard when we said we had to talk to her about something and walked right in. Surprisingly, she did actually pick up some of the trash my mom had seen last time she was over. However, we soon found out that she had just put the trash in her small back patio outside.
Dude.
Out of sight, out of mind, dude.
Like, oh, if it's not here, it's not here. Like, you know, the trash is gone.
I mean, she kind of did clean it.
She just moved it.
Cleaned it out of her house.
Out of her house to the patio.
Yeah.
For more trash to be put there.
Nah.
This is actually disgusting.
Yeah. Here's where I might really be the a-hole. I told her that if CPS were to walk into your apartment, they would consider this to be neglect and you could lose your daughter.
That's okay. That makes sense.
And if your daughter understood what was going on, do you think she would choose to be here? Ooh, she went boom, boom.
That's not even an a-hole move. That's just so fair.
These are critical questions to be asking yourself.
There's like, you need to be tidy and like put clothes away and like stuff like that. There is mold. You can get rats. You can get maggots. You can get so many things from moldy food. And it's all over the apartment.
Not healthy.
That's disgusting for a 3-year-old too, by the way. A 3-year-old is living in this environment with mold and... Ugh.
Sam said, I know, but I did pick up all of the trash. She did not. At that exact moment, I leaned over and lifted the nearest piece of foil off of a ceramic dish, and lo and behold, mold. Ugh. I mean, the entire dish was full of about 1 inch of mold.
That's brutal. That is actually disgusting. Why do you live in that environment?
This particular dish my mom recognized as the dish she let Sam take on Christmas, as it had been full of the dessert leftovers.
Dude, that is...
Oh my gosh.
That is foul.
Oh my gosh.
I get it. Maybe you miss your dish and like you're a little lazy, you need a break, maybe like a day, but your entire household is full of mold. And this is from Christmas.
My mother would love this story.
Why?
She loves
dirty stories?
No, she hates it.
Oh,
she absolutely hates it, but
oh yeah.
I was saying.
My mom would probably have like, I'm not kidding, like an aneurysm.
Yeah.
Like if she saw that.
I can't possibly describe everything my mom and I cleaned up as Sam's cleaned upstairs. However, I can say at one point I did lift up one side of the couch for my mom to look under. The smell was so bad that I swore her cat was dead underneath it. Luckily, no cat was found.
Thank God.
Unfortunately, that was just the means the mold must have spread either to the carpet or within the walls.
Dude.
We also discovered mold growing behind her kitchen sink. I was very surprised, and I didn't find bugs crawling around. I also noticed my niece grabbing pins off one of the couch cushions and putting them into her mouth. Within the pile that she grabbed the pins from was scissors. When I told Sam this, she did not even seem to understand the problem.
Dude.
This is not safe.
This is a terrible, terrible environment. Let alone for just an adult, but a 3-year-old?
3-year-old, dude. A toddler.
This is... I would be like, I'm taking my niece.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't get your act together, like, I get it, this is your baby, but this is just a terrible environment.
Yeah.
For her. Clean this place, and it needs to be spotless.
Oh yeah.
Immediately. And you need to figure out scissors that a kid could reach.
Come on.
If she's putting the pens in her mouth.
Yeah.
Dude.
I have been to a house where it's just like undescribably, like I could not believe people were living there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like this is one of those.
I don't think I've ever had that story. I mean, I've been to frat houses. Like, I've been inside a frat house.
Oh no, this is way different. Where
it's like disgusting and like filthy, but like that's kind of expected.
Yeah.
But this is a house for like a mom and a daughter.
At the end of our visit, we had told her that we aren't going to keep cleaning this up every few months for you. If your medication is not helping you, you need to tell your doctor so we can find you something better. This is not safe for your daughter, and we simply cannot allow it to go on.
Mm-hmm.
We then left and went to the store and picked up cleaning supplies and dropped it off at the door and hit the doorbell. We didn't expect her to open the door for us again, so we left. You can open the door for us every weekday at 3 p.m. PST. Just tap our profile.
Tap it.
Ugh.
Do you like?
I hate this story. I hate this story so much. I'm just crawling on the inside.
Like the bugs crawling all over the mold. And
why you can't find the bugs? Because they're crawling inside of me right now.
Ooh. Get them out. Clean them off. I mean, we already know what needs to be done here.
Yeah.
The fact that I get it, you can have depression and like not clean and it hits, but you gotta know.
If it's coming to this point, you gotta like address it.
There is a fine line between like, okay, it's messy in here, but to like it's unlivable in here, and this is unlivable.
No bueno.
No, this is actually disgusting.
My family and I have talked about it, and we have no idea what to do. On one hand, we feel bad because we understand she's dealing with depression, but on the other hand, we're fed up. My niece just can't be left to live in a situation like that. It's absolutely neglect at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Our current plans are to check her apartment again in a month to make sure it hasn't gone right back to crap. My sister won't speak to me, but has been telling my mom that coming over unexpectedly was extremely rude, and the way I spoke to her was disrespectful and doing too much. I truly feel like what my mom and I did was for the best, despite things I said. I felt like she needed to hear the CPS comment to snap her out of it. But hearing what she thinks has me questioning myself. Maybe I should have gone about it in a different way. Was I too mean? And what the heck do we do if this keeps happening?
No,
I don't think it was too mean.
No.
You're trying to save your niece at the bare minimum. You need to hear this.
No, I really took the words out of my mouth. Like I said earlier, this is an unlivable environment, not just for a regular adult, but for a 3-year-old. The CPS comment was supposed to snap her out of it.
Oh yeah.
The fact that she got offended and like, you guys didn't have to clean up my house. It was disgusting. You should have been thankful that they actually were like, we're going to clean this up. Here's some cleaning equipment. Do this.
Yeah.
We're going to come back. If it's not clean, like I said earlier, take the kid.
That they cared enough about you to come by and to check on you and to do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
they know,
dude.
they understand that you're going through it. And like I said, depression is really crappy, but this is that's not an excuse to live in like actual crap.
Dude, this is terrifying. Ugh.
Yeah, that is foul. I think that's what you need to do. You go back. If it's not clean, you got to take the kid.
Yeah.
Not like, but like you're like, hey, do you understand the fact that she didn't understand that the scissors was already a bad thing?
Yeah, I would probably be looking at the next steps.
Let alone moldy food.
Yeah.
The smell.
Yeah.
Bad. Just all bad. So
yikes.
Definitely see where it is 2 months. I'm hoping and praying it gets better.
Yeah, me too. Goodness gracious. Ugh.
But that's the end of the story, guys.